All right, we are back on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Randy Kiefer. So, Mr. Murphy, you would ask to speak with Mr. Kiefer. How would you like to proceed today?
Your Honor, at this time, I'll just ask if we could enter a not guilty plea on the contempt for the failure to appear in the drug test.
Mr. Murphy, I have no idea what's going on with your audio. I heard you say you'd like to enter a not guilty plea, and then it was garbled.
And then we would ask again just to enter a not guilty plea and set these for a pretrial along with the underlying case. I know that we had a pretrial that was that Mr. Kiefer admitted would send the contempt, but I believe that we'll have this case resolved. I need to speak with Mr. Kiefer about the circumstances involving the contempt, but he is aware that if Honor would give him a PR bond on the contempt, which is what I'll be asking for, that he has to.
All right, so you're just asking for an adjournment?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Adams, I know that I have no available pretrials on the 5th or the 19th. Do I have any spaces available on July 26th?
You have 18, not including arraignments.
All right, August 2nd.
Yeah, 15, not including arraignments.
That would work. So August 2nd, Ms. Adams, I can't.
Yeah,
you have
15 that morning.
Okay, so that's not bad. All right, I'm just kidding. So we'll set this over for a pretrial on August 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. Mr. Murphy, understand that if you're able to reach a resolution on Mr. Kiefer's case, just let us know. We'll get you in any other day than a Wednesday.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Kiefer, your bond's continued, and we'll see you back here on August 2nd at 8:30 in the morning, all right?
Your Honor, would you be willing to address bond at this time for his contempt?
I can't hear you. What?
Would you be willing to address bond on his contempt?
You can file a motion.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I mean, he's here on a contempt of court for failure to appear for drug testing. So, you can, I mean, I'm not going to release him.
Yes, Your Honor.
But if you want to file a motion and set out a basis, I will obviously hear that. All right. 20.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set, Mr. Kiefer. Could you tell them I'd like to see Mr. Rose?
Yeah. Mr. Rose.
All right, Mr. Seeley, I'd like to apologize. For some reason, our Zoom is acting up. Anytime I put people in a breakout room, they come back with no audio and no video. So I had to disconnect you, so I appreciate your patience, all right? It's not us, though. It seems to be the device itself. So, Mr. Malaro, have you had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Seeley?
I have, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Seeley, have you had an opportunity to read and review the pre-sentence report?
Yeah, I fully understand what's going on, but yeah.
Okay, no, that's important. So you don't fully understand what's going on. What are your questions?
I don't understand why if I get sentenced today, my time don't start today.
Okay, so we had a discussion about that as a bench conference as well. So under the laws of the state of Michigan, if you're on parole at the time a new offense occurs and you are serving time on that original offense, and so we went through this. So on the offense date for this charge that we're here for sentencing on today was September 1 of 2020. Okay, you got that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, on June 16th of 2014, you were sentenced in Hillsdale County on a home invasion second degree, right?
Of what year?
June 16th of 2014.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and would you agree, June 16th of 14, when you were sentenced, was before the date that you're currently here on today for, right?
Yes.
And you are currently serving a prison term for violation of your parole on that home invasion second degree out of Hillsdale County, right?
No, ma'am, I'm serving on possession of meth and CCW. The home invasion got ate by the new charges. What was left of the home invasion, because it was possession of meth and carrying concealed weapon, there were still 7.5 years left on the home invasion. So what they did, because I'm a new bit, they took that 7.5 years and added it to what I'm serving on now to the end of it. So instead of a 15-year tail for the possession of meth and CCW, I have a 22.5-year tail for possession of meth and CCW. My paperwork
Okay.
does not show that I'm serving on home invasion anymore.
Okay, let me look here. So your sentence will run concurrent with the carrying concealed and the possession of meth charge. Do you understand that? It'll
Yeah,
run
which is
together.
what I'm
with that.
serving on right now.
Right. hold
The
on.
only, because if this doesn't run all consecutive or concurrent, then I would have to do until 2044, because what was left, like I said, of the home invasion got put on the end of this. The new charges ate the parole violation. So in order for this to run consecutive, I would have to do until 2044 for these charges to start.
Okay, so Mr. Seeley, I am very limited by what the law allows, okay? You
Like
will
I-
have, let me finish. So when I look you up right now, it says you have 3 active sentences. It says you are serving 1 year to 8 months to 7 years, 6 months on the carrying concealed. You are serving 1 year, 8 months to 15 years on the possession of methamphetamine. And it says that you are serving 5 years, 11 months on the home invasion second degree. So, inactive larceny, building. So, we are stuck and limited to decisions based on the dates of offenses. So, if you are serving a sentence, and Otis is telling me you are currently serving a sentence on the home invasion. If that's wrong, it won't impact it, but according to this, it says you are. My sentence has to run consecutive to the home invasion second degree.
So in other words, I would have
sentence
to do. So in other words, I have to do the next 5 years and some odd months before this sentence starts.
Well, when did you go to prison on the home invasion second degree?
Originally or now?
No, this time.
I don't know, June, July, 2021.
Okay, so yeah, my sentence today has to stack on that one, but you also, it will run concurrent to the carrying, concealed, and possession of methamphetamine. So you shouldn't be serving time yet on the methamphetamine and carrying
I am.
concealed, right?
It's all concurrent. Yeah, it's all concurrent. I'm serving time on all of it right now. I'm on a flop right now because of these charges. Because of these pending charges, the parole board gave me a continuance. And as long as I have pending charges, the parole board is just going to continue giving me a continuance. So,
Right. But Judge, if I may, once he is once, as I understand this, once he's sentenced here, then he begins the parole, he enters into the parole process again. Now, I'm not exactly sure how all of that works out, but if he's accurate and he's done with his home invasion, then he would immediately start getting credit for these cases because they would run concurrent to the drug charge.
But here's the thing, if I get a parole on one, I get a parole on all of them. They're not, when it comes time for me to parole, I'm not paroling on one or the other. If they give me a parole,
Well,
they
and
give me a
that may
parole on all
be
of them.
Mr. Seeley, but you have no credit on my case. So whatever you get sentenced to, you have to serve. So even if they parole you on those 3, you're still gonna have to serve your time on this one.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, what you sentenced me today isn't gonna start until all that's done.
Right.
So it's not gonna start until 2044.
Judge, just for the record, I don't know practically what the DOC is gonna do in terms of their decisions, but
Right.
as soon as Mr. Silly serves his home invasion 2nd-degree parole sentence, the day that's done, he starts serving this
Right.
sentence.
So, Mr. Seeley, if for whatever reason, I don't know if Mr. Jones has any other information on this, but if, for example, you're on a flop right now, and once I sentence you, you're done with your sentence on the home invasion, you start getting credit on mine.
I'm not
Mine
done.
runs- But that's not, what am I supposed to do about that? I mean, that's what
I'm just not-
happens when you
No, I
commit new
understand.
crimes, when you commit new crimes, when you're on parole, they stack, and that's the law of the
No.
state of Michigan.
I understand this. I'm not questioning your judgment, Your Honor. I feel like I'm stuck in a loop because I'm currently on a flop. I'm currently on a continuance is the proper term for it because of these charges pending. So
It is a cycle. I understand that, Mr. Seeley. And I understand your frustration with that because it is kind of a vicious cycle. But
in
the
other
law
words, what you're
doesn't-
saying is I'll come home when I'm like 69 years old and have nothing left to lose and nothing I care about. It works
Well,
for me
I don't know that.
with no
that's-
supervision. Works for me.
Seeley, I
Let's
don't know
proceed.
So,
that-
Mr. Seeley, when you continue to get criminal offenses, that's what happens, unfortunately. And I understand your frustration.
I understand
But
I'm
it
wrong.
is-
Can we proceed, please?
Okay, all right. So.
Let's not drag it out
Have you
anymore.
had a chance to speak with Mr. Malaro and ask him questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with Mr. Malaro as your attorney and the advice that he's given you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Malaro, do you wish to explain or challenge the accuracy or relevancy of any information in the pre-sentence report?
No, Your Honor, I think we've covered everything in bench conferences and on the record.
Right, Ms. Arnold?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Does the pre-sentence report disclose any prior convictions in which there exists any known constitutional defect? We show he has 10 prior felonies and 6 prior misdemeanors, and he has 3 current offenses he's serving prison time. Do you find any issues with those, Mr. Malaro?
I do not.
Probation Department has recalculated the guidelines, and that was provided to Ms. Arnold, Mr. Malaro, and myself. The guideline minimum range is 7 to 23 months. Do you agree with that computational guidelines?
I do, Judge.
Right. And Ms. Arnold?
Yes, I'm a criminal sexual conduct 4th degree, Your Honor.
Okay. And before the court passes sentence, Ms. Arnold, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of the people?
If the court's inclined to follow the recommendation of probation, we don't have anything to say, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Malaro, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge, I would. Judge, Mr. Seeley, I think is kind of sort of alluded to, the issue he has to face and deal with. Certainly, he's not suggesting any of this is not of his own making. But I would just ask the court to consider a couple things when fashioning a sentence. That he's not getting any credit. This case certainly had some sordid details to it. But Mr. Seeley, during the entire process, was cooperative, worked readily towards a resolution. And I think, Judge, that irrespective of his history and record, the fact that he worked towards a resolution which saved these young people having to go through a preliminary exam and a trial should, in my request, that the court consider, carry some weight in departing, or I should say not departing, but not following the recommendation of the probation department, or the probation department. And so, Judge, I would ask the court to consider either sentencing on both cases to the minimum, or somewhere below what the maximum, which is recommended. Because having done many of these cases over the 30-something years I've been an attorney, I think there is some benefit to not having the families go through this. They have closure. Mr. Seeley has accepted responsibility for his behavior. And so I would ask the court to take that into consideration and perhaps coming off of the maximum as recommended. Thank you.
All right. So, Mr. Seeley, is there anything you'd like to say on your own behalf?
Yeah, Your Honor, like my attorney says, I accept full responsibility. I wasn't arguing that I shouldn't have committed more crimes while on parole. I fully agree that you're right in that. I did a crime, I'm going to do the time. I'm not arguing that. I was just confused on why I didn't start now. I've never had this happen before, but I've never committed a crime on parole before. So, as my attorney said, I don't want to drag anybody through any hardships or, depression or stress. I've gone through it all my life. So I didn't want to drag anybody else through that. I'm just trying to get home as soon as possible. So, I still have something worth living for. I'm almost out everyone and everything. So I guess I'm at your mercy. Thank you.
In determining the appropriate sentence in this case, the court has considered the seriousness of the offense, your history, the principle of proportionality, the statutory penalty, the cost of confinement, sentencing guidelines, report and recommendation of the probation department, as well as what has been said upon the record at this hearing. The criteria and reasons for the sentence are the nature and gravity of the offenses, the discipline appropriate to its commission, deterrence against repetition by you and by others, the potential for reformation, vindication for law, and the protection of society. So, Mr. Seeley, you have 10 prior felonies, and you've spent a great deal of your time in prison, as you mentioned. You have multiple CSC convictions, and this offense was committed while you were on parole. And I know it gets confusing and it's kind of convoluted, but we do look at date of offenses. I don't think the recommendation is out of the ordinary or over the top. So it is the sentence of the court that on count 3, casting children for immoral purposes, you will serve 2 years, 5 months to 4 years with the Michigan Department of Corrections. On count 6, criminal sexual conduct, 4th degree, sentence of the court that you will serve 1 year, 4 months to 2 years with the Michigan Department of Corrections. Those sentences will be concurrent to each other. They will be concurrent with your current charges out of Jackson County, which are carrying concealed weapon and possession of methamphetamine. But because you were on parole at the time this offense occurred, your sentence would be consecutive to the time you're serving on the home invasion 2nd degree out of Hillsdale County. You will pay $130 crime victim rights fee and $136 in state costs. You would have no contact with the victims with the initials AB, KG, and the other KG. You must remain active on the Michigan Sex Offender Registry for life. Mr. Jones and Miss Arnold, we determined there is no requirement for lifetime electronic monitoring on these counts. Although you may have to for other prior offenses. So, Mr. Seeley, we are going to send to the Michigan Department of Corrections, to the caseworker there, 3 copies of your notice of right to appellate review. 1 copy will be noted for you to initial and date, and then they'll send that back just so that we know that you received it. The other 2 copies are for you, and if you wish to appeal your sentence, you would fill out the information on the form and mail it to the address listed on the form within 42 days, or give it back to the caseworker, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I wish you the best of luck, Mr. Seeley. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Seeley.
Yep.
Thanks, Judge.
Yeah, I lied about it.
And Mr. Rose from MDOC.
Judge,
Yeah.
I have Mr. Rose from the jail.
Is that ours?
I
Man,
think so.
we're gonna get Mr. Rowe right now. He's officer safety for us, so it takes 2 people.
Oh, not a problem. I understand. Looks like he is a request of warrant for probation violation by Mike Stevens. Oh,
am I needed, Judge, or I'm free to go?
you're always needed.
Mhm. Yeah, right.
You're a bright spot in our day, Mr. Malaro. All right.
Is that when I get here or when I leave?
Well, I didn't say when, but, all right. Thank you, Mr. Malaro.
Have a good weekend, Judge.
You too.
Two. But third was brand new.
Miss Adams, I did send a message to Miss Underwood, but I don't know if he's gonna ask for counsel. All right, are you Donald Jack Rose?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Donald Jack Rose, file number 22-20793FH. Mr. Rose, can you hear and understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Rose, are you under the influence of anything legal or illegal that could impair your ability to understand the proceedings today?
No, ma'am. I just woke up.
Okay, all right. So Mr. Rose, we are here on file number 22-20793FH on a request and warrant for probation violation. It states that they allege that you violated the articles of your probation dated January 3rd of 2023, and that you failed to report on April 12th of 2023 or any time thereafter, and that you failed to notify, hold on a second, you failed to notify the probation agent of your change of address on or about March 17 of 2023. So do you understand those are the allegations against you?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so Mr. Rose, you had pled to count 1, malicious destruction of personal property, 1,000 or more, but less than 20, which carries a maximum penalty of up to 5 years in prison and or a $10,000 fine. Mr. Rose, if you're not able to sit up, I'm gonna move this to Monday because it makes me wonder whether you're okay.
No, sorry, ma'am. I just had my head down. Somebody had walked in the doorway and I looked over.
All
Sorry,
right, well,
ma'am.
sit up. So, and there was initial, there was an agreement, I think, at Killebrew at the time you took the plea that you would receive no upfront jail, but do you understand that doesn't apply anymore?
Yeah.
So if you plead guilty or found guilty of this violation of probation, you could be facing up to 5 years in prison. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now, Mr. Rose, you do have the right to have an attorney represent you at this or all subsequent hearings. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
If you can't afford to hire one, we can appoint you one at public expense. Would you like an attorney appointed to represent you?
No.
You want to proceed today on the violation of probation without an attorney?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never used an attorney on a violation before. I just don't, it's really just all up to you and my PO, you know?
Right, but you do have a constitutional right to have an attorney offer you legal advice or so forth. So if you want a court-appointed attorney, you can have a court-appointed attorney.
I'm okay.
Okay, now, you want to raise your right hand so I can see it, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. So, Mr. Rose, do you understand that you do have a right to contest the violation of probation charge and have a trial on it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that throughout the trial, you would be presumed innocent until your guilt is proven by a preponderance of the evidence?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to have all the witnesses against you appear at your trial, to have your lawyer ask your witnesses questions or ask them yourself, and to have me order any witnesses you might have to appear at the trial. Do you understand all of that?
Yeah.
You do not have to testify at your trial, and no one can say anything about you not testifying or hold it against you in any way. Do you understand all of that?
Yes, ma'am.
On the other hand, do you understand that you have a right to testify at your trial if you want to testify?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Mr. Rose, how do you plead to the charge that you violated the articles of your probation by failing to report on April 12 or any time thereafter of 2023? Guilty or not guilty? All right, and how do you plead to the charge that you failed to notify your probation agent about a change of address on or about March 17th of 2023? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
All right. Has anyone, do you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up the right to a trial, as I've already explained to you?
Yeah.
Do you understand you're also giving up your right to have a lawyer assist you?
Yeah.
Has anything been promised to you to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Has anyone threatened you in any way to get you to plead guilty?
No.
If I accept this plea, you will be giving up any and all claims that your plea is given as a result of promises or threats that were not disclosed to the court on the record during this hearing, or that it was not your own choice to enter the plea. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Is it your own choice to plead guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, Mr. Rose, you were placed on probation, and one of the terms of your probation is that you were to report as directed to the probation department. Is that correct?
Yes.
Ms. Underwood, he waived court-appointed counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. I apologize for the Wi-Fi issues.
Not a problem. Everybody's having problems today. I don't know what it is. Thank you. So, Mr. Rose, and did you report typically, it looks like, on the second Wednesday of every month or something like that?
Yes, I was doing video, like FaceTime reports with my probation officer.
All right. So would you agree you were supposed to report on April 12th?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you report via video on April 12th to Mr. Stevenson?
Yes, ma'am. No, I don't. I transferred my probation the day I got out to Allegan County.
Okay. So did you report to the probation officer in Allegan County on April 12th?
No.
Okay. How come?
I had a friend go to jail, and they went through his phone and found pictures of me and him, and they were gonna try to like violate me for that. and they wanted me to come in person, and I just didn't go. I decided not to go because I was up north working. And so I just figured I was gonna do it over video. I was up north working, and then I told my PO that I would come in the next day, and I just didn't go. No excuses.
Okay, now, did you change addresses on or about March 17th as well?
No, I got kicked out of my sister's house, and I didn't have another address to live at.
So, okay, all right. Okay, and did you tell your PO that?
No. Well, I did, and he just said that I have to notify him of stuff like that.
Okay. All right, all right, I accept the plea. It has been given understandably, voluntarily, and accurately. The defendant has full knowledge of his rights. He does have competent he waived counsel. So Ms. Adams, I'm looking for a sentencing date next week. It can be morning or afternoon. I don't really care.
Judge, can we push that back a little bit? I'll be gone next week.
Okay, Ms. Adams, let's see, how about Ms. Adams? I'm gone the next week, Mr. Stevenson,
Okay.
so I don't think we can push it out that far.
Okay, we can try this July 7th. Would that work?
Yes, what time would work for you, Mr. Stevenson?
First thing in the morning.
All right, Ms. Adams, can I set this for July 7 at 8 a.m.?
Yeah, we play like 10-7, but that's fine.
Okay, so, Mr. Rose, I'm going to set this for sentencing on July 7th. Mr. Stevenson, would you like a breakout room this morning to chat with him? Just to make it easier?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Rose, I'm going to set this for sentencing on July 7th at 8 a.m. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Stevenson now so he can do the interview because he's going next week, so we're gonna cobble this together so you don't have to wait as long. So when you talk to Mr. Stevenson, be truthful about the events that occurred and what's going on in your life. He'll prepare a pre-sentence report. Do you want an attorney for sentencing?
Dustin or me? I mean, wait. Oh, we're going to a breakout room.
Mr. Rose, do you?
An attorney at my sentencing? No.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So we'll see you back July 7th for sentencing. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room and I want you to talk to Mr. Stevenson. And then when you're done, you're done. You can go back to your room, all right? Yes.
Will that be Zoom?
Oh, yeah. And Mr. Rose, do you have any objection to being sentenced via Zoom?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna open up that breakout room. So you're all, go talk to Mr. Stevenson. Thank you, Mr. Stevenson.